What's poppin' YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl DOPEaxxPANA, and today I'm going to share with you guys a half up, half down crochet style, and this is actually one of my most requested styles, but not in this version. So a lot of people like me to do this style. They usually bring me 3 bundles of hair and I create this look for them. But I wanted to share this with you guys because this is definitely a cheaper alternative to that, because the thing about this style is with the braids in the front of it, it's not really gonna last more than, I would say, like 2 weeks. And who wants to spend $200, sometimes more, on bundles for a temporary hairstyle like that? Nobody. So I wanted to show you guys a more affordable version and a way that you guys can create the same exact look just with crochet hair. So I'm going to be sharing that with you guys today. I hope you guys really enjoy this video. All of the products that I'm using are linked in the description section, so make sure you guys go ahead and check that out. And I'm just gonna get right into this video. So I start out by doing my small braids. I'm going to be doing feed-in braids at the top of this style, and how many feed-in braids I do obviously depends on the style that the client wants, and also just like what I think will look best on them, because some people can pull off 3 braids, some people I think will look better with 4, so I kind of just tailor it to my clients if they don't already have a specific style that they want for the top of their hair. So for the back of the hair, this is my braid pattern for my crochet, and I like to do this just because I feel like it looks most natural. When I braid it in a circle, that one braid that's just going across the top, it doesn't look natural. So yeah, that's the braid pattern I chose. I'm using 2 different curl patterns. I'm using the deep twist and the go-go curl, and I actually added in like another curl pattern towards the end just because I ran out of hair. So I would definitely recommend 3 packs of crochet hair, and I personally like to use 2 different curl patterns because it just looks more natural. Typically when you look at clients with curly hair, like their curl pattern is not the same everywhere, so I just think it gives it more of a natural look. If you have like all of one curl pattern, sometimes the curls just kind of blend together, and yeah, that's just my preference. But if you want to use just one curl pattern, you can totally do that as well. So if you guys notice at the top there, I made a little anchor for the ponytail because I'm also going to be crocheting hair into that. So I braided all of her feed-in braids together, and I kind of like folded it in half and rubber banded it to itself. And because this crochet hair is long, I think the longest one was 26 inches. The ponytail area doesn't really have to be that long because remember, the hair is going to actually hang down. So this client, her hair is fairly long, so her ponytail is a little bit longer, but sometimes it can be shorter. The shorter it is, the easier for the ponytail, trust me, because you're gonna have to crochet hair into it, and it is very hard to cover up. So hers is a little bit longer because, like I said, her hair is longer, but for clients with short hair, the smaller you can get that ball, the better. So this is what the back looks like when it is fully crocheted in, and keep in mind that this is synthetic hair, so that's why it doesn't really have a shine or a glisten to it, but I'm going to show you guys how to fix that towards the end of the video. I'm also going to trim it down some because sometimes when you're pulling apart the hair, it does tangle at the bottom, so you have to be really careful with that. But I'm going to show you guys how I tame everything and get it popping. So for the ponytail, I'm basically going to be crocheting hair all throughout this ponytail as much as I can to try to hide it. And this part is really hard, and it takes a lot of patience, and just sometimes I feel like it takes just as much time as it does crocheting it through the back, because you really want to make sure that you cannot see this ball. If you can, then it kind of just takes away from the look. And then you also want to make sure that you're crocheting your pieces like semi close together, because you also want it to look full so they can't really tell that it's crochet. So this is definitely the most challenging part. If you're getting here and you're feeling frustrated because you're like, dang, I can still see the ball, go ahead and keep adding in those crochet pieces of hair. You also want to keep these fairly small the closer you get to the base of the ponytail, because you want to be able to like mask it to look like crochet. If you have really big knots right there at the front of the ponytail, then it's a lot more noticeable. Now, once I'm done with that, I'm taking a piece of braiding hair and I'm going to braid it together and burn it at the ends. And I'm going to wrap this around the base of the ponytail that we just created with crochet. So basically, to attach that, I'm taking a rubber band, I'm putting it through the little loop. And y'all, I left this video in there because I don't know why it took me so long to do this. Like, I was trying to make sure that I did it in camera, and and I just like, my fat little fingers could not grab onto the rubber band, but this is really not that hard to do. I was just getting so frustrated. But basically I'm just putting the little rubber band through the hole, and then I'm gonna create like an anchor so that I can attach this braid onto the ponytail. So once it's attached, I'm going to take the braid and I'm going to wrap it around the base of the ponytail. Now, as you guys can see, there's a hair tie there that I'm really trying to cover up. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap that braid around. And then to secure it, I'm taking a crochet needle and I'm actually going to crochet a rubber band through the end of the braid. And really, I should have did this before I attached it, but I didn't. So you guys will see me crochet a rubber band through there and then just pull it around the ponytail, and that should secure it. You can also sew it on there, or I'm pretty sure there's a bunch of other ways to get it around there, but I like it to be really secure because like once this falls off, the ponytail is like basically exposed. So you want to make sure that however you attach this, you attach it in a way where it's not going to come off. So to tame this hair, I'm actually going to be using mousse. So I know I use mousse in pretty much almost every hairstyle that I'm doing, but this one is really going to help to define the curls on this crochet hair, and just to keep it from like being super big and having a lot of volume. Like I said, this hair is synthetic, so you really have to be careful with how you take care of it, because this could last you 2 weeks, this could last you 1 week if you're not taking care of it. But it's definitely not bundles of human hair, so it needs to be tamed, it needs to be managed. And for my clients, I always usually recommend getting mousse and some type of like shine spray, or maybe like a super light oil that you can kind of run your fingers through and detangle. Also, just don't be afraid to use a lot. Like, it takes a lot of mousse sometimes to tame this, so don't be afraid to like really pour it up and use it, because you want to see these curls nice and defined. You want to see the hair tamed, and it also just gives it more of a shine and makes it look, you know, just more alive. So don't be afraid to really pack that mousse on. Finger detangle. I would not use a comb for this. Just finger detangle. It looks like I'm like kind of raking through, but that's because it's in regular speed. Just be gentle with it, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Also, what you don't see in the camera is I kind of took my scissors and I trimmed the bottom, because like I said, after you run your fingers through it, you will kind of see like pieces hanging or just little knots, and you want to make sure you really get those out so that you have like defined nice curls and it doesn't look super ratty and nappy at the bottom. I believe this style took me about 2 hours to do. And a lot of times when I'm recording, it does take longer because I have to move my camera and adjust things. So also keep that in mind. But you guys can see the tight curl pattern that I actually added in because I was just kind of running out of hair. I only got 2 packs and I really should have got 3, so that is why. But this is the finished look. I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. This is a very affordable, cute hairstyle. And yeah, I'm so excited to be able to share this with you guys, and I will catch you guys in my next video.